Candlelight suppers are such a romantic idea, but are no fun at all if they're forced upon you rather than planned by you. And the inconvenience may not stop at there just being no lighting and no TV. Electricity plays a major role in heating water and the property itself. Even the gas central heating boiler needs electricity to power its electronics and the pump. Power cuts are rare, so we only think about the electricity when a bulb blows or the bill arrives on the mat. But as they say, familiarity breeds contempt. So it's very important to remember that unlike water, electricity can kill. Luckily, if things do go wrong, there's no storage tank in the roof, so once the main supply is turned off, the danger is over. To minimize the risks of fires, there are various safety devices built into the system. The electricity company has its own protection devices just inside the property. They have installed fuses that will blow if current consumption is excessive, and that too will cut the supply off. These are situated between the entry cables and the electricity meter. They should never be tampered with. Householders need only to concern themselves with the consumer unit or main fuse box, which is usually situated just after the meter in a meter cupboard, sometimes found in the kitchen or garage. This is the main distribution and protection unit for the property. There are 3 types of circuit fed from the consumer unit. Low power circuits for lights, clocks and doorbells. Individual high power circuits for things like the cooker, immersion heater and electric shower, etc. And a power ring main feeding all the 13 amp sockets in the property. The ring main starts and stops at the consumer unit, so current can flow both ways to any socket. The other radial circuits go out to each individual high power item, or to a group of lights, one circuit perhaps for upstairs and one for downstairs. The consumer unit will have a main switch to disconnect all the circuits. This should be turned off if any work has to be done on the unit or the rest of the network. Each circuit that leaves the consumer unit is protected from overload by either a fuse or an MCB, miniature circuit breaker. MCBs are easy to reset when they have tripped. There's either a switch or a button. Fuses are also easy to change, unless they're the old-style wired type. To maintain the correct level of protection, any fuse must be replaced by one of the same rating, never by anything temporary. It's important to note that none of these devices will totally protect you from an electric shock, though as MCBs are very quick-acting, they offer better protection than fuses. There is some protection from electric shocks built into the supply circuits by the insulation of the cable and the separate internal insulation of the 2 current-carrying wires. The earth wire is not separately insulated. One current-carrying wire, the neutral, has its voltage kept near to 0, but the other, the live, is at 250 volts AC alternating current. Touching this wire can be fatal. The earth wire is connected to a convenient earth inside or outside the property. There should be a continuous connection between earth through the wiring plugs and sockets to any exposed metal on the appliance. This keeps the metal at 0 voltage, even if a live wire should touch it. The only result would be a blown fuse or tripped MCB. If there is any damage to the wiring, a competent electrician should be contacted immediately. People may complain that they are getting electric shocks from metal items without there being an electrical fault. A build-up of natural static electricity on their bodies is discharged when they touched earth metal. The resulting current flow gives a mild shock. Gas is probably more dangerous than electricity if treated without respect. It can kill directly, or from fumes escaping from faulty appliances. Gas leaks can also cause violent explosions. Landlords are obliged by law to have tenants' appliances checked for safety at least once a year by a Corgi-registered engineer, and faults rectified. Homeowners should take similar precautions. Gas is distributed through pipes in a similar way to the water supply. In the property there will usually be an enclosed cupboard for the meter and for the main gas supply valve. After, the meter pipes carry the gas to the various appliances within the property, such as fires and the central heating boiler. Although gas is naturally odourless, it has the gas smell added to help detect leaks. The unpleasant smell makes accidental death from breathing gas unlikely. The main danger is that of an explosion, if the gas is accidentally ignited by a spark from an electric switch or control device, or by smoking, lighting the cooker, or producing any other naked flame. Turning off the main gas supply and opening doors and windows will dilute the concentration of gas and reduce the risk of an explosion. The other major hazard from gas is carbon monoxide poisoning, which is deadly. Carbon monoxide gas can be produced by incorrectly installed or faulty gas appliances. It has no colour, no taste, and no smell. If there is any indication that the appliance is not working normally, you should stop using it immediately. Telltale signs might be stains, sooting, or discoloration around the appliance, or visible flames burning yellow or orange instead of blue. If there is any doubt over the safety of an appliance, the gas emergency services should be called. Houses need a range of doors to give us privacy and security, and to separate our different activities. And generally they get plenty of abuse. In any home there's hardly a moment when somebody somewhere isn't using a door. And when things aren't going so well, the doors can...